Shalom uvracha. Hello and blessings. For many years, skeptics of the Bible have stated that the persons and places of the Bible are invented fabrications because no evidence outside of the Bible has ever documented their existence. However, in the last 100 years or so, archaeology has unearthed evidence that does confirm the existence of many of the people and places of the Bible. Since it can be proven that many of the people and places of the Bible do in fact exist, we can therefore conclude that the Bible is an historical document. The following are just a few examples that I have stumbled across that do show the accurate history of the Bible. But if I or anyone did a much more serious and thorough investigation, many more examples could be found. Here we have Jeremiah 38 verse 1. We have the name Gedaliah, the son of Pashhur. Now here it is in the Hebrew, Gedaliahu ben Pashhur. Here is a seal which is made by a signet ring that gives the inscription with the very same name we find in Jeremiah 38 verse 1. Also in Jeremiah 38 verse 1 is the name Jukal, the son of Shelemiah. Now in Hebrew, that is Yuchal ben Shelemiyahu. And also, this seal has been found which does include this name, Yuchal ben Shelemiyahu. Both of these clay seals, or called bula, were discovered in Jerusalem and date to the 6th century BC, the very same time period as both of these people mentioned in Jeremiah 38 verse 1. It is highly probable that these names on these bula are the very same people mentioned in Jeremiah 38 verse 1. Now in Jeremiah 36 verse 4 we have the name Baruch, the son of Neriah, and that in Hebrew there, Baruch ben Neriah. And here is a bula that has been discovered with this name Baruch ben Neriah. Now what's interesting in Jeremiah 36 verse 4, Baruch ben Neriah is called a scribe. He is actually the scribe of Jeremiah. And this seal says in it at the very bottom line, HaSefer, the scribe. Also what's really interesting about this bula is there up in the upper right hand corner there's actually a fingerprint. Is it possible that this fingerprint is the very same Baruch ben Neriah mentioned in Jeremiah 36 verse 4? In 2 Chronicles 8 verse 11 we read, And Solomon brought up the daughter of Pharaoh out of the city of David unto the house that he had built for her, for he said, No wife of mine shall dwell in the house of David, king of Israel, because the places are holy, whereunto the ark of the Lord hath come. Now, the phrase house of David and the phrase king of Israel are referring to a biblical figure. It has been speculated for many, many, many years that this name was fabricated, that that the house of David and the king of Israel did not exist. However, the Tel Dan inscription found in the early 1900s has these two phrases in them. Here is Melech Yisrael, which means king of Israel. And here is Bet David, which means house of David. Therefore, David, the king of Israel, is a historical figure. In Jeremiah 39 verse 3, we have the name Nebu Sarsachim, chief of the eunuchs. Here is a clay tablet that's dated to the 10th year of Nebuchadnezzar and names the official Nebu Sarsachim. According to chapter 39 of the book of Jeremiah, he was present at the siege of Jerusalem in 587 BC with Nebuchadnezzar himself. This tablet gives the same title, chief eunuch, thereby confirming the accuracy of the biblical text. In Joshua 6:24, we read, And they burnt the city with fire and all that was therein, only the silver and the gold and the vessels of brass and of iron they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. This in Hebrew is Beth Yahweh, the house of Yahweh. It has been speculated by scholars in the past that the house of Yahweh never existed, that it was created or invented for the biblical text. However, there has surfaced a inscription which the second to the last line there reads Lebet Yahweh, for the house of Yahweh. Joshua 1 verse 4, from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your border. The Hittites also were thought to be a legend, as no record of them ever existed outside of the Bible, until their capital and records were found in Turkey. Isaiah 20 verse 1, in the year that Tartan came into Ashdod, when Sargon the king of Assyria sent him, and he fought against Ashdod and took it. It was once claimed that there was no Assyrian king named Sargon, as recorded in Isaiah, because this name was not known in any other record. Then Sargon's palace was discovered in Khorsabad, Iraq, the very event mentioned in Isaiah 20. His capture of Ashdod was recorded on the palace walls. What is more, fragments of a stela memorializing the victory were found at Ashdod itself. Genesis 13 verse 12, Avram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and moved his tent as far as Sodom. Again, the land of Canaan was thought to be a fabrication, a legend, as no evidence of it existed outside of the biblical text. That is, until in 1970 in northern Syria, a place called Ras Shamra, documents written on clay tablets from around the year 2300 BC demonstrate that personal and place names in the patriarchal accounts are genuine. In use in Ebla was the name Canaan or Canaan, a name critics once said that was used incorrectly in the early chapters of the Bible. The tablets refer to all 5 cities of the plain mentioned in Genesis 14, previously assumed to have been mere legends. I've compiled a list here of people in the Tanakh, the Old Testament, that have been found in the archaeological record, verifying their actual existence. If each of these did in fact exist historically, then we can make the next step, which is to say that the Bible is, at least in part, a historical document.